Hi you all and welcome. Today we will be drawing Chilli Healer, who is Bluey's mom. So grab whatever materials you like to work with and let's get started. Let's start with a pretty simple and light pencil sketch and we'll add on from there. Let's make basically a rectangle. So start wherever you'd like to. I'll start up here at the top and make a line. And I'll make a line down here. Create lines that are up and down. On the left and on the right. Add curves to the corners if you'd like to. Next, let's add some triangles to the top for her ears. This one, again, goes basically straight up, but is also a triangle. Next, we have triangles in the ears, again, so a triangle and a triangle. Next, let's add the nose. Pointing toward the right or the left, whatever you prefer. Goes out a ways and then down. Bit of a curve here. Almost pretty much straight across. And a little curve for the smile. Another little curve at the corner if you like. And then right around here somewhere there's a line for the bottom of the neck. Great. Next, let's add the eyes. Basically just ovals back here. This one goes up and then right back down, but it's pretty big. This one starts off pretty close and then it goes up. Pretty big oval shape again. I think my smile's too high, but that's okay. If ever you want to, grab your eraser, or if you're on digital, like an iPad or a drawing tablet, just undo and try something again. Like I'll just take that little smile out and try it again. It's a pretty subtle little smile after all. But make it bigger if you want to. In here we can add what's going to be the black part of the eye, the pupil. And here as well. We can see the spots for Chilli pretty well here and here. There is a bit of a curve here for the kind of light tan part. So down and then curve back toward that line we already made. And this spot kind of ends over here, just right about here somewhere. There are some eyebrows up here that are kind of like curved ovals, or like kind of caterpillar looking, actually. Add those in if you'd like to. And we'll have to erase some of that back. Next, let's add the rectangle for the arm. Basically right here, pretty thin. You don't need to complete the rectangle on top or bottom. So basically just 2 parallel lines. Here there will be 4 fingers, basically 3 ovals together, and 1 oval pointing a different direction. Here we have the little spots. Here's the big tummy spot, which kind of looks like another rectangle or maybe a square. And here we have a spot, a little spot here, a bigger spot here, and another little spot here. Oh, you can add the upside down triangle for the nose, and it has curves at each point. I think mine's a little long, so I'll try to shorten it up a little bit by cutting that out. And there will be that little oval for shine in there if you want to include that. For the legs, we have basically parallel lines again, or if you want to think of them as rectangles, which I like to do, here's a rectangle. We just don't need to fill in the extra part. And here's another rectangle. Again, you don't have to fill in the bottom. The top's already filled in. Then we'll add a little bump here and here. Straight line on the bottom on both sides, and then complete this line all the way to the bottom. Great. There will be little toe marks here and here, here and here. The tail is pretty thin, but it is pointing this way. So we don't need to make it a big fluffy tail this time. One little curve here, 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 oh, and here. But we can clean this up a little bit later. There will be a big spot here, and a little spot here, and here as well. So I think apart from the little lines around here, we've got everything else. So if you'd like to, go ahead and begin to erase the extra pieces, as well as kind of lighten up your pencil marks, and I'll do the same. Remember to clean your eraser if you need to on a different sheet of paper, or even on the corner of the page you're working on. If you're working digitally, you really don't have to do all of this, but you can go ahead and just add a new layer and trace over the top of it and color over the top of it if you want. So I don't want to erase everything I did, but I do want to lighten it up a little bit so the colored pencils can show a little bit better and take out my extra marks. But don't erase what you've got, just lightly dab it to kind of make the lines a little bit basically harder to see, but just so that you can still see them. You really don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can just start coloring. No big deal. Oh, I accidentally erased my spot, but I think I can still see it. I'll take this extra chunk of lines out. All right, she's looking okay. She's basically like orange, brown, and tan. I don't think I've got tan. I might end up using yellow for that. I'm going to start with this brown. It's a little too dark for Chilli, but that's okay. This is what I've got. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to lightly, with the edge of my pencil, the side of it I should say, lightly go over the parts that should be brown, albeit should be a lighter brown. Before we add brown here, let's go ahead and try that trick with either yellow or white to put the lines in first. I think I'll try yellow this time. And I pressed a little too hard, my pencil broke up, so I'm afraid it'll get everywhere, but try to just sort of swish it away. So now try to color over the top of it, lightly with the side of the pencil, of course, and hopefully it will show through. Ooh, mine's showing through. I don't know if it's easy to see on the camera, but mine is actually showing through, which is very exciting. Carefully around the eyes. Oh, and lightly so it doesn't kind of take away from those little yellow marks we just made. And you can go a different direction, like now I'm going left to right instead of up and down to make it a little bit darker and also kind of hopefully show the yellow through a little bit more. There's a kind of light peach, almost orange color for the inside of the ears and the body, but I only have orange, so I'll just use this lightly. Here in the inside of the ear, here, kind of trying not to cover up the eyebrows because they're a different color. Lightly. You can press harder if you want to, but I'm trying to make it all pretty even, so I'll just kind of try to do the same technique all throughout. Doesn't really have to be perfect though, this is just for fun. So not doing the spots, but going around them. add the fur. Oh, I forgot a line here. I'll go ahead and grab my pencil just to remind myself. And I guess I forgot it on the feet too. You all probably knew. There's supposed to be lines here for the lighter color. Which in this case, I'm going to be using kind of like just yellow. But if you have tan, I think that'll look a little bit closer to her actual colors from the show. So over here, we'll leave the spots to be whatever color you have. Mine's going to be yellow, and the rest of it will be orange. Down here for the legs, the top part, we'll add in this orange. And I think that's all for that color. So go ahead and grab whichever color you're going to use for the parts that are going to be sort of tan. Mine's going to be yellow for the eyebrows, the face, the hand, the feet, the stomach, and the spots. So with the side of, or the edge of the pencil again if you want to, or you can just, press hard if you prefer drawing that way. It's all fine. Trying not to really touch my pencil lines just in case it smudges around, but it seems to be going all right so far. In the spots. And the hand. The other spots. And the feet. Next we can grab black, I suppose, for the inside part of the eyes. Oop, I got the edge of the pencil again. That's okay, I'll just work with it. And then the nose, and I think the eye outline as well. Just have to make this one wider now too. I think that happened last time. And then an outline. Oh, think I heard my pencil break. Uh-oh. And that eye turned out a little wonky, but that's okay. So I'll do an outline for the nose. Oh, my pencil is broken. I'll have to sharpen it. And then I'll just shade in all this part, except for the spot that I want to leave kind of shiny, that little oval area. And for mine, I think I'll outline it in mostly brown. So I think I'll use my darker brown pencil to outline it, except probably around the yellow stuff, like the eyebrows and the face. Maybe I'll use orange there. So go ahead and grab whatever you'd like to use to outline it. I think we have everything finished here. If I'm wrong, I'll find out soon. So now I'm just going to try to use orange to outline the different things that I think kind of need it. The nose seems to want an outline. Maybe brown would have been better, but I wanted to try that. I think maybe the tummy needs it. And actually maybe all the spots to help them stand out. Maybe the line for the arms. Here and here. Maybe here. Oh, whoops. It's alright. It looks okay. And I think I'll use brown again to make the spot here a little bit more vibrant. If you'd like to, go ahead and grab your black and make a little shadow for Chilli, but you don't have to, of course. It's just a fun extra little thing. Maybe I'll add an extra little bit here to help those stand out a little too. Thank you so much for drawing along with me to complete Chilli. I look forward to seeing your results. Please feel free to share them if you like. See you next time!